trying to record my phone because I want y'all to see this. This is a article on Facebook put out by Woody Jenkins, who is a former representative in our state. And it says in the article for how long? For a long time. Here it is, 1972 to 2000. Um, he now is an editor of a little local newspaper. But let me read this to you because this shows some hope. And it would be really ironic if a little parish in the state of Louisiana could help turn all this around. And this is based on our law and the executive law coming from, you know, the United States itself. And what's going on having to do with our lockdown situations and closing of businesses. So let's look into this. Our governor right now, Mr. Edwards, who is a Democratic governor, has filed a motion to prevent the editor from testifying in Firehouse Barbecue case. There is a local restaurant that is a barbecue restaurant that they are trying to shut down because they refuse to implement the mask ordinance. And so our governor, Mr. Edwards, filed a motion to keep Mr. Woody Jenkins out of the courtroom to speak on behalf of the owner of the barbecued restaurant. Now, this former legislator, Mr. Jenkins, wrote key provisions of emergency law. Governor says the author of the law should not testify on intent of legislation at Daniel Bunch trial. That is she's the owner of the restaurant. Livingston. This is in Livingston Parish. In an unusual move, Governor John Bell Edwards has filed court documents asking the 21st Judicial District Court Judge Brian Abels to prohibit former Representative Woody Jenkins, now the editor of the Central City News, from testifying in the trial of Danielle Bunch, owner of the Firehouse Barbecue in Watson. Governor Edwards wants to close down Firehouse Barbecue and put Mrs. Bunch in jail. Jenkins served as a member of the Louisiana House of Representatives from 1972 to 2000 and in 1993 authored some key provisions of the Emergency Powers Act, which Edwards has used as the legal basis for issuing emergency orders, shutting down the economy, closing businesses, requiring masks, and other heretofore unheard of mandates. Jenkins has repeatedly said Edwards has no authority to shut down businesses or require masks under the clear language of the legislation. In the filings, Edwards says Jenkins should not be allowed to testify as an expert witness in the case because he was only one member of the legislature and cannot speak for the entire body. However, Jeff Wintenbrink, attorney for Danielle Bunch for Firehouse Barbecue, said he had not planned to call Jenkins as an expert, but rather to simply have him explain what his amendments to the law did. He doesn't have to speak for the entire body. He was the author and can tell what his intent was, Wittenbrink said. The Emergency Powers Law grants to the governor certain enumerated powers in case of an emergency. None of those enumerated powers include things such as shutting down businesses or requiring masks. Jenkins authored the part of the law that give a majority of the members of either the House or the Senate the power to file a petition ending the emergency. He also authored RS 29736D, which says no action by the governor can diminish any rights protected by the Declaration of Rights in the Louisiana Constitution of the Bill of Rights of the U.S. Constitution. It also says the legislature and the judiciary will continue to function in an emergency. The legislation was crafted to give the governor greater power over the executive branch of government, but not control over the general public. A hearing on the Firehouse barbecue case began in August, but did not take testimony because of questions over the jurisdiction of the court. So the court has not yet ruled on whether Jenkins will be allowed to testify or whether the governor will succeed in keeping him from being called as a witness. And why won't the governor let me speak? This is Jenkins in central Louisiana. And he's speaking out about why is going to prevent him from speaking. I'm going to skip over that paragraph. Jenkins said, well, I've never heard of a governor going into court to try to prevent a legislature from testifying in the intent of legislation he authored. But this governor has done every high-handed trick in the book to lock down this economy, and I suppose he'll do just about anything. That's why there's a recall going against him. Jenkins said, one thing is for sure, I have a copy of the governor's petition trying to prevent me from testifying. I plan to frame it and put it on the wall of my office. If given the opportunity to testify, I will explain the very limited power of the governor under the Emergency Powers Law and show that nothing in the legislation gives him the powers he has taken upon himself. Daniel Bunch, the owner of the restaurant, is not guilty of anything except making good barbecue. The governor should withdraw his illegal emergency orders and spend his time trying to help the thousands of businesses he's destroyed with his illegal mandates and orders. No date has been set for the Firehouse barbecue trial to resume. Meanwhile, it is open. And this is the article, but the above writing pretty much summarizes it. Boy, wouldn't it be something else if we, of all people in the state of Louisiana, could actually stand up to our governor and using our laws and the laws of the United States of America start putting a stop to this. That would be something else. They're stalling out. I see what the governor did is trying to keep him, Mr. Jenkins, from being able to testify as a stall tactic. Questioning where the trial or the court case is taking place is also a stall tactic. I would love to see everybody in the United States get behind this one, because it's going to be something like this somewhere, if not here, that is going to be the seed to put the stop to this. And I think it would be something else if it could be here. I pray to God. Louisiana citizens are trying. We need the rest of y'all to try to, or get behind us so we can get something moving to put a stop to them trying to take our rights as human beings and citizens of the United States of America. Y'all have a great day. Bye for now.